Hello, hello. All right. Hope he's getting in the bathtub. Okay, let's see. We will give it another shot. That the power didn't even go out. The lights just flickered. But of course, when that happens, it takes my whole internet out. So if it looks like it's gonna do that a lot, we will. Oh no. I guess I will be shoveling me and the dogs to my bathroom because we don't have a basement. Hi, Andrena, is that how you say your name? Welcome. We are fighting with the weather right now. So this is the second attempt. The power like flickered, so it cut out my internet. So we're gonna try it again. Otherwise, maybe no live today either. The puppies are anxious. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Yeah, come say hi before the live has to, or before the live ends abruptly because of the weather. I should have said weather permitting when I posted on Instagram. I'm pretty sure Obi is in the bathtub. Which is good, that's one less dog. If we get a tornado coming through here. So yeah, maybe I'll just do these. Yeah, my the middle one, I guess I was gonna say my oldest, but no, the middle one, Obi, he is terrified of storms, loud noises. I think Daisy got spooked from the thunder. We just had a really big thunder. And I think she did get spooked from that because she like jumped up. Hi, frogs. Are you guys getting bad weather? Anybody else? I know it was like mid western, is that what they call it? Like Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, a little bit of Tennessee. It was hot yesterday and now it's freezing. Oh my goodness, that's the worst. That's tornado. That's tornadoes waiting to happen. Woo! I think my mic's picking it up. My oldest cat used to be terrified of rain, but I think he got used to it, which is good because it rains all the time in Florida. Yeah, that 3 o'clock rain. Always expect the 3 o'clock rain. Yeah. Okay, you did hear it? That was loud. So before I went live, it was like off and on. they had been talking for the past couple of days that we're supposed to get really bad storms and like tornado weather. So earlier today, it was just off and on, like a little bit, like even this morning, a little bit of thunder and like a little bit of rain, and then it would pass. But we'll see. This one might be a while around for a bit. But I really wanted to go live today because I didn't go live last week, and I have things to work on. It's not anything specific. It's just a bunch of random like hats that Tia's cut out for me. But I wanted to work on it and go live. So if the weather passes, if I get kicked and the weather passes and then later it like clears up, I will probably get back on. As long as it's before 5. I think there's a possibility for hail too. My nose itches so bad. Oh, sorry. I don't want to keep like scratching my nose with my hands. I need to work too, but I've been drawing all day. Nice. I feel like drawing's working though, right? Oh. I don't know why my nose is going crazy. I have a really bad habit to begin with of like touching my face. So for the longest time, and I mean I still do, is like I take part of my shirt and like touch my face so that my hands and like oils, I'm not touching my face. But then it doesn't prevent me from touching, like I'm still touching my face and still doing what I was trying to stop doing. Because it's like the least little bit. Usually I have my hair up. And I think that's also what's driving me crazy, is I don't do good with like little bitty hairs and stuff touching my face. But I know that you can get used to it because in middle school and beginning of high school, I was an emo or scene kid, whatever you want to call it. And I always had my hair in front of my face and always had my hair down. Never had my hair pulled back, never smiled. So I know that you can get used to it and be fine with it. I'm supposed to be making carrot frogs. I wipe my nose in the crease of my arm to avoid touching my face. Yeah. Yeah, which I do think that that's an improvement, you know? It's better than your dirty hands touching your face. But real what? What's real? If you guys could see this stack of link hats over here. And there's more over here. Cause so like I said, being emo. Yeah, I was. I had knee-high Converse studded belts. Love the color black. Love music. I thought the emo scene kids were so cool. I didn't have guts to dress like that. I thought they were pretty cool too, so that's why I was like, I like this style. Lucky I want knee-high Converse. I'm actually really sad that I got rid of them or sold them. I don't remember what I did. They were very annoying to put on. Luckily, I didn't have to lace them because there was zippers up the back. But still, that was a long zipper. And I would change the color of my laces to match what my favorite color was, or kind of match my outfits, but honestly I didn't care as much about that. But yeah, it was funny kind of going into 7th grade, which would have been middle school, because our 6th grade was they built a new school, so we were still kind of in elementary school, but not. And in 7th grade, I like had a complete. I started wearing eyeliner, but it wasn't because I wanted to be like emo. That was the age that I started wearing eyeliner. But I just so happened to, like, it was like the 3rd day of school or something, come in with like black basketball shorts and a black like t-shirt. I don't know if it was Kiss or what it was. It was like one that I found at a yard sale or something. And like I had the black eyeliner, and I guess people thought I put it on too heavy that day, and they're like, "You've changed." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" I've always had this style of music. I've always liked this style of music. It's back. Yes, my internet is back for now. I sent you a picture of what I was drawing, which is perfect for this convo. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have to look. Oh, cute little bracelets and necklaces. This is what I was drawing. Emo. Oh, I love it. Is it a little like fursona? Is it yours or like somebody else's, or just a character? Middle schoolers be like, "You've changed," when your favorite color changes from blue to green. Very true. So true. So true. Persona. Awesome. Yeah, I would sew it on stream, but I don't. Well, I guess I could. I was like, I don't have my iPad. I just won't be able to read chat at the same time. You guys want to see what Frog's working on? It's okay. I don't know if I verified. Can I call you Frog or Frogs? Or I think it's a lovely nickname. Okay, so we have like some accessories. You can see my stream in the background. Necklaces. Oh, come on. So cool. And then here's the fursona. Love it. Look at it. Whoop. I love it. I love the colors. Yes. That is their art. Thanks for sharing. I love seeing other people's art. I'm always down. Always down to show it off. I've been debating my Discord for my patron is, well, I have a Discord, but it's for my Patreon members. But I'm curious if I can make it where free members can still join, and then I just have a server that's for the paid members. Because I would like for people to be able to share their art so other people can see it, and I also can be like, that'll be the first place I post about conventions if you guys are interested. My stepdad's calling me. Oh, did he hang up on me, or is he still calling? Sometimes he doesn't mean to call me. I'm gonna say he didn't mean to call me. But also, because of the weather right now, I'm like, are you trying to tell me there's a tornado coming? Please, tell me if there's a tornado coming. It's actually died down. I could make another server, that is true. Because the nice thing about Discord is they keep it all in one, like, easy accessible, like, platform. I could do that. But I was also going to say, like, Patreon has where you can be a free member now. So you could just join the free member for the Patreon, but then that would kind of seems complicated to be like, okay, you can join the Discord, but you have to make a Patreon account. And then when you join the free Patreon account, it'll give you the Discord server thing. So yeah, maybe I'll just look into making a new one. I was like, is someone literally driving like a motorcycle outside right now? Like the weather's cleared up, but I don't think it's over. All right, this is how many link hats we have left to pin. We got 3. Yeah, right? That seems like an extra step. Question is, do I finish sewing link hats? Or do I do what I named this stream, which is Totoro Hats? Because I have some already sewn up, and they just need the leather like suede stitching, and that doesn't take long at all. I actually can do that. Like sometimes I do that while I'm playing games if like I'm waiting to load into a game. Or if I'm just watching like YouTube with Joey on the couch, I can easily do that. So maybe I'll save that part. And maybe we make Totos. How many link hats do you have? I counted them for my last vlog. And I don't remember. I think it was like 28. I think I had 28. Tia cut them for me. And then I'm slowly like working on them when I have like a little bit of time to sew, but not like all day to sew. But it's driving me crazy that they are spread out all over my sewing room right now. So I really just want to get it all pinned. I would like to get them all sewn up, but I don't know how long that would take. That could possibly take 30 minutes, but then they would be all sewn up. I think that's a good idea. I follow people on Patreon so I don't miss their posts/videos on my various feeds, even if I'm not a paid member. That's smart, yeah. Finish the link hats first then. Thank you. I just needed someone else to tell me that it was okay. Appreciate it. See, we need 2 more labels. Yeah. Then we can put those away. I put up a second camera. I don't know if you guys saw the little bit of the first stream before the power went out, but I'll show, as soon as I get these pinned, I'll show you guys. Now I can have a camera up over there at my cutting table so you guys can see when I cut stuff. So you'll see it when I cut some more stuff for my Totoro hats. But yeah, it's really cool. I'm excited. I'm borrowing Joey's right now to see how I like it before I invest in one. There's one on Amazon that's like half the price of the one that I have now. The one I have now is a Logitech, and it's the same one Joey has. Logitech 920, I think. And it's 1080. So it's really good, but it's like $60, maybe almost $70. So there's one that's like on sale right now for like $25, $29. I don't remember the brand, but the reviews are just as good as the Logitech one, and it's also 1080. And if I need a webcam for cutting over there, it doesn't really need to be like crazy good quality because it's not gonna show my face. You just see like the fabric laying down. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the cheaper one just to try it out and save myself like 30 bucks. Because then if I do want to start doing the occasional like game stream, if maybe I don't know what I want to work on exactly, and maybe just do it once a month. I know there were some people that before the Five Nights at Freddy movie came out, I think, or around when it came out, they're like, you should play Five Nights at Freddy's, because I've never played the game. I've seen people play it. I've, of course, watched Markiplier play it. And I've seen the movie. Like, I know about it. But I've never actually played it myself. So I think it would be cool to play that. Something that's not crazy, like hardcore gaming. I have Dead by Daylight. I don't know if I would stream that because I'm not the best at it, and I don't want to embarrass myself. Fortnite? Tia and I play Fortnite. Fortnite wouldn't be bad. I also don't want to embarrass myself with Fortnite, but at least I could make it more fun. Whereas like Dead by Daylight can get kind of more serious. Oh, okay. We can finally sew these. Before I do that, let me show you my cutting setup. All right. So then my other camera goes like that. I'll show you guys. So I can come over here, lolly lolly la. Let's cut some Totoro pieces. Do 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 do. You can see me cut. Yay! And usually there'll be more light, like with the sun, but there's no light outside right now. So yeah, now I don't have to be like, hold on, let me cut something. I'll be right back. You guys can watch me cut. And I do want to get some better lightings in here too. I think they make some kind of ones that stick to the ceiling that are like the long, skinny ones. I might invest in some of those too. Bring your head back. Okay, and then I can turn that off. So maybe in the future too, I can get one of those, is a streaming deck? I think that's what it's called. Where you press the button and it switches. But that's way in the future. Five Nights at Freddy's is my special interest. Yeah, I think that's a good one. Headless. No, you don't get head. You don't get my head on the cutting. Sorry, didn't mean to say that like that. Because I might be able to move it a little bit, but if I move it up, I don't think you'll be able to see the whole cutting board. Shut up, Tia. I didn't mean to say it like that. Alright, let's fill up some link cats so I can clear my brain of link cats because I feel cluttered. So before the power cut out, I was talking about how we are we're fixing up our shed in the backyard. Because the people that lived here before us, I think that they kind of just let it go because it kind of got infested with wasps, is what it seemed. So there's a bunch of nests up there. So during the winter time, of course, when the wasps aren't there, I went and like took them all down, hit them with a broom, what I needed to do. And we've been fixing it up now that the weather's been nicer, because we need it for extra storage, like for our lawnmower and all those good homeowner things. And we found like that wasps, you can get wasp spray, but we were going through that like so fast. So we're like, okay, what else can we do to like deter them? So they don't like peppermint oil and eucalyptus oil, all those different things. So we got some peppermint oil, and we were filling spray bottles with water and like peppermint oil in the kitchen. And I think somehow peppermint oil got on this like bag of gravy that we had. That's a whole nother story. We have a bag of gravy. Lee's famous recipe gravy. Gasoline. And somehow when I went to I took some biscuits, took some chicken, put the gravy, and that was going to be my lunch before I went live. But I took the first bite and the gravy straight up tasted like peppermint. Like it burned my mouth, not in a spicy way. In like, I just took a bite of toothpaste. So I figured out it was like the gravy. I tried to eat like some of the biscuit and the chicken that didn't have gravy on it, but there wasn't much that didn't have gravy. And so I had to throw it away. But I don't know the only thing that I can think was that when we were pouring the peppermint oil into the bottle, like we got it on our hands and then we put the like gravy in the fridge and like touched it, and it was on the like Ziploc baggie of the gravy. And April Fool's prank on you. Oh, I love that. I didn't think about that. This was yesterday that we did this. That we got the gravy. But I think, so when we touched like the Ziploc baggie maybe, and I went to pour the gravy out of the Ziploc baggie, it just took the oil with it. I don't know. Or maybe the bag just inhaled the oil it was beside. I have no idea. But I threw the gravy away. I think the chicken and biscuits are okay. But the reason we have bags of gravy and chicken strips from Lee's famous recipe is because my mom is a nurse at the hospital. And on Easter, somebody, I don't know if it was a church or what, had expected to have like 200 people like show up, but only 80 people showed up. So they had boxes, like those big like copy paper boxes, one full of chicken, one full of biscuits, one full of green beans, another with like gravy. The box wasn't full of gravy, but you know. And my mom, so they took it to the hospital. Somebody that like knew the people was like, take it to the hospital, you know, the staff will eat it, you know, there'll be people there that'll eat it. So my mom's like, hey, if you guys want some chicken or biscuits, come here to the hospital, because we're not going to eat all this and it's going to get thrown away. And we're like, heck yeah. So we went to Walmart because we were on our way to Walmart when she called us. And so after Walmart, we went by there and we bought like gallon freezer bags. And we just filled the gallon bags up with chicken and biscuits and gravy, green beans. We also got some like sauces, like ranch, barbecue. Heck yeah. So that's what we've been eating the past like 3 days. Not bad, especially if you put the chicken in the air fryer. It's pretty good. I'm kind of sad that I had to throw it away. I will probably eat it again. I don't know if you guys love the air fryer as much as I do, but I put like pizza in the air fryer. I I used to like throw away my French fries. Like if I went out to eat and got French fries, I wouldn't even bring them home because I'm like, I'm gonna throw them away. They're gonna get soggy. But now I bring them home because you just throw that stuff in the air fryer. So good. Parents used to have an above ground pool. Wasp would make nests in all the nooks and crannies around it. Never found a good solution. We just had to check for them before going in and use spray. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking is, which we got up on the roof because we had to fix the shingles, but I'm thinking they got up under like some of the shingles and maybe between the wood and stuff because I've looked all inside and knocked them down. And there's not like one place that they're coming from that we can find. So we're kind of hoping, honestly, that they kind of get tired of getting their brethren killed and will leave us alone. But we also read that you could like put up plants. That's what we were trying to do with the essential oil before we like bought plants. But I still think we're going to try to buy some maybe like lavender hanging baskets or what was the other one? Peppermint. The basil's not bad too, and then we can use basil to like cook with. But I want to be careful because I also don't want to attract bees. I don't want to like swap it out. Bees are a little better, but I don't want to attract more things. But yeah, that was what I was afraid of them getting like inside little holes somewhere that I can't see. What is that? I gotta figure that out. I don't know why. I just saw that you said AO frogs over the top. Yeah, if there's like 2 square inches, especially if it's covered, they will find it and make a nest. At least it gets cold enough to spare you some time in the year. Yeah. Yeah, that's right, because you said you're in Florida, right? So that's no fun. Or, well, I don't know if that's where your parents were, but yeah, that wouldn't be good if you were that small amount of time, Florida weather, that maybe wasps aren't there. But no, I think that goes off sometimes when, like the widget, I think that's when someone subscribes to me, but they're not in the live. I'm not sure. But hey, that means I'm probably at 995 subscribers. Let's check. I am! Woo! 5 more subscribers, guys, and then I can sign up for the partner, the paid partnership with ads and stuff. I can't remember what they call it, but yeah, that's so exciting. Yep, the bugs never go away in Florida. I lived there for maybe like a year, and that's one of the things I did not like. I didn't like the weather to begin with. I don't like humidity. I definitely don't like hot weather and humidity. I don't like being sticky. But when the love bugs come, oh, that's the worst. I think it's like August, July, August-ish. Oh my gosh, hate it. And especially because I worked at Disney, I had to be, for the most part, outside all the time. The worst. Don't forget to leave a like. We love it. We love it. yeah, I gotta. Oh, that's another exciting thing. Is last night I got accepted into Otakon, which is in Washington D.C. It's a, I would say it's probably another really big one, kind of like Katsucon that is up north in that area. So I honestly I didn't expect to get in because they also have the 50-50 fan art rule where you can't have more than 50% of your inventory be fan art. So I'm really gonna have to work on some original creations and probably push my axolotls a lot more. But I got that email last night and I was like, oh my gosh. Because I was kind of getting sad that I hadn't really got any conventions, especially any big ones for the summer. Like I have listed on here, OmniCon is this month, Danville's next month, Smoky Mountain Anime is also in May, but those are like all pretty small ones. Those are the two first ones are 1 day, and Smoky Mountain is 2 day. And then I have Lex Pride, which is in Lexington, Kentucky. It'll be my first Pride event, which I'm super excited about. And then that's June. Don't have anything in July right now. And then August will be Otakon. Nothing in September. And then October is Anime Inc. So, I mean, I guess that's good. We're getting it spaced out a little more. That'll give me time to prep and just get a head start on everything. But I was kind of getting like a little stressed of when my next big source of like income was going to come in. So I've tried to keep a lot of things on my website open. Oh, the love bugs are the worst. Just covering your car and landing on your arms when you're outside minding your business. Yes. I used to do photography at Disney too, and it seemed like anytime I took photos at the front of Epcot where they have the big flower things, they were always so bad there. I don't know why they left us there, because everybody would get swarmed by the bugs. None of the pictures would turn out good because everyone's like, I have bugs on me. I'm gonna be doing, so I have a full tutorial on how to make link hats on my website, my YouTube channel. It's my very first video, but I did film some videos in like vertical form, so maybe I'll hopefully get a short or like a reel, TikTok, one of those. I'll make one of them. Did you like working at Disney? I liked it. It has its pros and cons. I definitely recommend it because it kind of feels like you're in a club when you work there, and then you understand when another cast member or like another person that works there talks about it, like you can relate to them, and I think that that's really fun. But so I did the college program my sophomore year of college in like 2016, and I did costuming at Epcot, and that was pretty fun. I worked with I did basically laundry for like other people. Like you bring your uniforms, your costumes in. That way you can wash them at home if you want, but if you don't, you can return them and get brand new ones. So I did that, and then I hang like them in the correct spot, and it's like this big, almost like a warehouse that they keep it in. But then, and that was like okay, it wasn't like fun. But then I started working in like the character room, which was where, you know, the Disney princesses and stuff go to get their dresses, and you like have to put hoops in their skirts, make sure their shoes look good, make sure they have like socks and gloves. That was really fun. I really did enjoy that. And working with like the other costumes where they have like fur and you like brush fur and things. But I had to go back and finish college. So I went back, finished college, and then after I graduated college, I went and worked at Disney for like another year doing photography. And I honestly really liked photography. I didn't like working outside because I did work at Epcot again, and a lot of that is outside if you're taking photos. So then when I got done with my program, I went to part-time, and I worked at Disney Springs, which is all indoor locations. And I kind of am sad that I left there because I left there to do a job in merchandising, which I liked merchandising because I thought I would really like merchandising because in PhotoPass you also show people their pictures at like a little podium and you'll be like, this is how much this cost if you're interested, and kind of be a little bit of merchandise, but you don't actually do the money transaction. I really liked that part. I like talking, I like answering questions, and I liked that better than like taking pictures. So I was like, maybe I'll really like merchandise. And I went over to the Bibbidi Boppity Boutique at the Grand Floridian. They were opening up a new location, and I was like, this will be so cool because I get to say that I opened this location. And I did, but before they opened it, they trained us at Magic Kingdom at the Bibbidi Boppity Boutique and do merchandise there, and I loved that. If I was there, I probably would have stayed a lot longer, but because when they opened the new boutique at the Grand Floridian, nobody really knew what they were doing, and it was kind of chaos, and it was a little bitty place inside the Grand Floridian. There was no space. All the costumes that the like the little girls wanted, all the supplies, everything, we had to go down like 3 flights of steps to go get it. It just wasn't organized, and it really made all of us angry. And the person that was like in charge had never been in charge of a Bibbidi Boppity Boutique before, didn't really know the ins and out, and we had all like trained at one. We had like by this point several weeks of training and knew how things were run there. So honestly, it was kind of like just a lot of us butting heads, and I was kind of ready to go home. So that was kind of the cherry on top, and I put in my 2 weeks and left. So that was like the negative part for me. But I did like it. Like, it comes with its perks, getting into the parks for free, and also you get occasional tickets for your family for free. I really liked for their 401k. That was really nice. They matched what I put in, so I was getting pretty good retirement the like year that I worked there. But yeah, and I'm not saying I wouldn't go back, because I do think maybe in retirement or if I ever get the feeling to go move back to Florida. But I don't like the weather. Like, I'd have to do an indoor job because I get very grouchy if I am in hot weather for too long. And I burn really easily in the sun. But maybe when I get old, and when you get old, you get colder, then maybe I'll want to be somewhere hot and I'll go and move and work at Disney. Or Universal. Honestly, I would mind to work at Universal. I do hear that they kind of treat you a little better, and they're not as like strict. So yeah, I wouldn't mind to do Universal too. Can we also talk about that green fabric I bought? It's so pretty. Yes. You said it was just called green? And was it anti-pill? Because I need some new green for the Totoro leaf. And I also need to pick up rifle green fabric because I ordered some online, but I have to ship out a rifle green hat on April 4th, which is, yeah, in 2 days. So if it doesn't come in, which I haven't even got a notification that it's shipped yet. But like I said, I'm going to get dog food and they have a Joann's there. So I'll have to get rifle green then. And maybe I'll get some more green. I'll check out that green. Yeah, I've heard it's kind of a mixed bag, but a lot of people really love it. I lived in Florida my whole life, and I swear it's gotten hotter. I'm kind of used to it because the summers are brutal. Yeah, I was kind of hoping I would get used to it, and I guess I probably did in some aspect. Because when I first did PhotoPass, I like got there in like August, and that's like one of the worst months you could be there, like July and August. But I don't remember the heat. Like when I was training and everything, I guess partly maybe because of excitement and just happy to be there. But if I had to do it like another August, I remember when I was there, I was at Disney Springs, so I wasn't outside all the time. But I remember like if I have to be outside for this right now, I would have died. I probably would have quit. Because that's the only thing I think that got me through was because the excitement and the adrenaline. But yeah, I recommend it. I think some people like it, some people hate it. It honestly depends on what job you get too, and the people that you work with. Because the other reason that I didn't love the college program the first time at the beginning was because they call it operations, which is when you do costumes you wash the other people's costumes that work there, which is not as a cool thing to wash. And I was working with a lot of older people because it's not as hard labor. So the people that had been there longer wanted to work there because you're always indoors, it's always air conditioning, and it's not hard labor. And you don't have to talk to a lot of people. So it was an easy job. It was just kind of boring. But that's also where all the older people were. So I didn't really have friends or anyone to really talk to. But when I moved to the character room, where a lot of the other younger people are, I had a lot more fun. And that was the one thing that I was like, people in the college program talk about how they made these lifelong friends. And I mean, one of my friends went like with me, so I knew her beforehand. It was Bethany, actually, Once Upon a Spark. If you guys watch my vlogs and see her, she also worked at Disney. She worked there longer than me. So I think that made me and Bethany closer, but I didn't really become best friends with any of the people that I met specifically from Disney. Or at least that I still talk to. I definitely had some good friends, but we don't talk on a daily basis. I'm like double checking to make sure I'm not telling you lies, but I have a lot of them on Facebook. And like if I went back to Disney and they were still there, I would like talk to them and be like, hey, how's it going? That's where I see a lot of, at MegaCon, I see a lot of people that I worked with at Disney. Yeah, it's just called green. Nice. I can't believe that they've, like, they didn't do anything, like, crazier than that. It's just green. That'll probably be my, like, go-to Smoliv color, too, because I've been needing a color for Smoliv. That might be a little bit too green, though. I need more, like, of a browny green. My new go-to green. That's awesome. I'm so excited to see it. All right, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, they're all falling. 6, 7. Oh, that one came unpinned. 8. I think 9. So many. I didn't think I had this many left to do. On a good note, it's not like pouring cats and dogs. Gotta go. So the link cats. So I haven't finished the design or made the plushie for Kirby of the Month for April, but I do know what I'm gonna do, and I posted on my Patreon. But since you guys are here, I'll tell you. It's actually gonna be Kirby with a link cat, but also the like sword Kirby is what they call it, I think, in the Kirby games. And I'm trying to see if I've made a like tiny sword before. So I'm gonna try to make a little link cat, which I can definitely do. I've done that before. But I'm gonna see if I can make a sword too. And then the Kirby, or the sword Kirby has like a yellow band and then a little ball on the end. I'm gonna see. It would have to be like a tiny little pom-pom, but I'm gonna see if I can find any. Or it might not have a ball on the end. We'll play that by ear. And then yeah, I think it's just gonna be a pink Kirby. So we'll have another like original Kirby, but I am gonna sew the hat on, I think. I don't think I want it removable. And then he'll get a little sword. Let me tell you guys about the horror story that I've had trying to get my ink for my printer. Oh no, they're out of your fleas that you want. So I have the ink, I have the HP, like I think it's like an inkjet printer. Yeah, OfficeJet Pro 800 8020 series, if that means anything to you guys. But I'm a part of the HP like ink, instant ink, where you pay, I think it's like $6.99 a month. And they send you ink when your printer gets low. Like your printer tells them, hey, this person's printer's low, send them some ink. And they'll either send you black or color or... Oh no, my printer won't connect to my computer. That is so, like, that's another problem I was having. I hope you get that fixed, and good luck, because technology is the worst when it doesn't work. But I knew that I was running low, and I knew that I had refills. But it turns out, because I get, like, they send it, as soon as it's starting to get low, they send it. Which is good. But I was also low on black. And in this box, they didn't send black. It was just color. Because at that time, my color was low, but black wasn't low. So in December, apparently, they sent black. But they sent it to Delaware, to my old address. And that's my fault for not updating my address. I understand. But I went ahead and contacted them to, like, change my address and just to see if they could send, like, I'll pay extra, but I need ink. Like, can you send me new ink? And they weren't going to charge me anything. They said, you know, it's totally fine. We will send it to you. But I got disconnected. I gave them my new address and told them I needed black. And, like, can they change my address? And, you know, they said that it was fine. So I got disconnected, though, before I could confirm. Like, I could go back and read the messages, and I couldn't confirm that. I think they wanted me to confirm the address again and, like, maybe my phone number or something. So I get disconnected, and that was, like, on a Friday. So on Monday, I message them again and kind of just go through the same process, and they're like, yeah, we see that they've actually already sent out new ink, and it's on its way. You should get your shipping details soon. So no worry, your ink will be on its way. And I'm like, okay, but can you confirm that this is the right address that it's going to? Because on my, like, app, it still had my old address, and I thought that they were going to change it. And they confirmed that it's going to the right address. So I was like, okay. So my ink's coming here, and they're like, yeah. I still haven't got my ink. It's been almost 2 weeks now. Joey has the information because it's, like, linked under his email. And when he pulled it up, it still said the old address. So I'm giving it a little more time, because what I found out is if you connect, I think, your printer with the instant ink, it can't use other ink. Like, I'm sure that there's somewhere that you could hard reset it. But basically, I can't go to Best Buy or Amazon and just buy ink for it, because it has, like, a chip that it reads with the instant ink program. And if it doesn't have instant ink in it, it, like, freaks out and won't let you print anything. Now, like, if I cancel my instant ink and, like, factory reset my printer and, like, maybe do all that, maybe it would work. But then that means I can't get instant ink anymore. So I was like, I'm not going to take that risk. Like, that's what Amazon, like, the reviews that I read, was some people had problems with that. Even though it fits and it's the right size, it's like, you can tell that there's a different sticker, like the different label, like the HP Instant Ink has its own thing. So just something with the way that it's coded, and, like, it probably has a special thing in it. So here I am waiting for my ink, and I can't, like, it's completely out of black. I can't print stickers, and I have a Patreon order that still needs to go out because I'm waiting on stickers, and I have a Shopify order for someone that bought, like, several things. They got a bunch of Lethal Company stickers, they got Lethal Company guys, plushies, they got Kirby plushies, they got Squeakoy plushies, and I can't ship them out because I don't have the stickers. So I finally caved, and I have someone printing, like, making the stickers for me, like one of the manufacturers that I use. But I just don't love doing that, because especially for the Patreon Kirby's, I don't need that many. So sometimes I usually just print off, like, 2 or 3 extra. But at least these will ship out like finally, when I get the stickers in. And hopefully my ink will be in soon. But I should have some kind of shipping notification or update, and unless it's like buried in my spam, I don't know. Can't find it yet. Or maybe it just hasn't shipped. I don't know. Super weird. Don't let printers know you want something. They can smell it. I believe it. It's like every time, my printer always stays on. It's always plugged in. It's like, if I am gonna print something, I haven't printed anything for like days. But I go and print something, and then it decides it wants to do an update. I'm like, you've been connected to the internet the whole time. You can do your update whenever you need to. You don't need to wait for me. But no. Always has to update. Yeah, so I haven't fixed the problem yet with the ink. But I'll let you guys know when I do. I'll let you know when I get it in. But I knew that was a problem, like, with the instant ink. Because, like, it's a really good deal if it works. And so far it has worked. Because you pay... There's different tiers you can do. I do $6.99. I think it went up. It was like $5.99. $6.99 every month. And they just send you more ink when your printer runs out. Of course, if you end up needing more ink, like if you need new ink like monthly, they're going to have you upgrade to the next one. But otherwise, if you're within that time span, you only have to pay the $6.99. So it comes out to be what, like $60 a year or so, and that's like the price of one thing of ink. So it's a good deal. But when I was looking into it, when I first got the printer, I know people were saying, like, kind of like, once you're in, and don't leave, because then your printer will be useless. So who knows if I wanted to like sell my printer. I don't know if I'd be able to do that. I don't use it as I don't print enough. Yeah, I feel that. I'm kind of glad, like, if I stopped doing my Patreon, I don't know if I would ever use my printer other than occasionally to print documents, because it does keep it in use for my stickers and like little thank you cards that I make. Other than that, I print off like tax documents and all that fun stuff. I did need it today though to print my sewing pattern that I was going to work on for the bell bag, and I can't do that because I don't have ink. I guess I could, and I could have changed the colors to like blue or something, because it won't print black. But the other colors in there are fine. So as long as I don't have black, which I outline in black. This is the Yippee bug sticker and the Lethal Company guy. So this one I get printed from a manufacturer. I will tell their names. I just can't think of it right now. They're actually another artist. Find it. CTC Manu is what they use, but I know that it's their like business name. I'll have to find it. And then this is like, if I print it, it's more like glossy because I use like a laminate. So I was like, can I print this without using black? But I outline like everything in black. So that's a no. This is a little Charlie sticker that my friend Bethany got me. Yeah, and I use the thermal printer to print labels, which is, I highly recommend if you print a lot of labels. Tia actually was the one that's like, you should get a thermal printer. Because I save so much ink and paper because of that. And it's on like a sticky backing, so all I have to do is just peel it off and stick it. So handy. I got mine off of Macari, and it was like used. It's the Dymo printer. But I mean, you don't, it's not like you need a brand new one, but I'm sure you can get a cheap one now, like since the TikTokers and all the influencers like talk about it all the time. How did you fix your printer to get it to connect to your computer? You have an HP. I think what I had to do was get the HP Smart, like go online and get that, or like sign up for it, and then you can connect it. And usually you have to be on the same Wi-Fi too. I think that's what I had to do. That way your computer can find printers on your Wi-Fi. But also, if you have a USB, usually the computer or the printer sometimes comes with a cord that has a USB on one end, and you can plug that directly into your computer. So see if your printer has a cable like that. Bell bag question mark? Yeah, so my vlog on Friday is gonna be, as long as everything goes well and the weather doesn't mess up too much, my vlog Friday should be a free pattern and tutorial on how to make an Animal Crossing bell bag. I like the ones that I sell sometimes. And it's pretty easy. There's only 3 pattern pieces, and then you need ribbon, but you could use like yarn or anything you wanted to. Honestly, you could use a red piece of fabric. And it could be hand sewn if you wanted. It will be faster if you machine sew, but otherwise it's pretty easy. It's a rectangle, you fold in half, you sew that shut, and then you sew the circle on the bottom, flip it inside out, stuff it, and then you take the like ribbon and tie it around, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's more steps to that, but really quick synopsis is that. My friend got me a signature from Angel Dust. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. They were at, a lot of the has-been people were at Lexington Comic-Con, and their lines were insane. So that's dedication. That's a good friend right there. Oh, and some has-been voice actors were there to hell of a boss. We're talking about has-been. Hell of a boss voice actor was there too, and one of them was Blitz. And I took a picture because he had a sign for his autographs and his pricing, but it was as if Blitz wrote it. So it was really cute. It was like in a different handwriting, and it was like marked out. Let me see if I still have it. Yeah, and it's, of course, so Brandon Rogers is who voices Blitz. But can you see without the glare? Maybe not. At the bottom, let me see if I zoom in. So it's Blitz holding like the sign. You can kind of see that. And he has a marker in his hand, and then it's the prices. And it's like everything's spelt wrong. Things are crossed out. the last one, if it'll work. Stop. Oh, there we go. Kind of. Anyways, the last is like, so autograph is 50, selfie is 50, combos 80, videos 80, and at the bottom it says 1,000, but it's all crossed out and it says no longer legal with a frowny face. So it's like whatever cost $1,000 that Blitz was trying to do, it's not legal. So I thought that was pretty funny. I don't ship out enough orders for thermal. Yeah, that was me before, like, 2020 when I was doing a lot of online stuff. My friend said his line was short. Oh, that's nice then. Isn't that so adorable? I think that's so cute too. I love when like voice actors really get into their characters too. So I have to see for the Totoro hats how many Tia cut. Oh, my bobbin's running out. Actually, it already ran out. It ran out a long time ago. Thanks for telling me, machine. So nice of you. OMG, yes, and when Vast cosplays as a popular character, they do so. It's so cute. Oh yeah, I love when they get into cosplay too. What have I got in my mind? That's the best. Like, you know, those are voice actors that were nerds before they were a voice actor. Like, they went into voice acting because they loved cartoons and anime as a kid. And still do. I have to keep an eye on my mic too. You guys let me know if my sound goes out. Joey usually tells me, and he's working today, so. I'm gonna have to refill this bobbin too. There wasn't a lot on there. Thank you, appreciate it. At least I'll hear my phone buzz, if anything. Oh no, something's wrong. I'll probably think a tornado's coming, but it'll be okay. Trying to think of what else. I was like, first thinking, let me just run through all these things that I had in my head. So if I get disconnected, I'll have them all out in the open. But now, since it's like starting to brighten up. I don't know if you guys can tell. But I'm like, okay, don't tell everything so that you still have stuff to talk about later on in the stream. Did I tell you guys that I got a desktop? I got a desktop PC. And it's all put together, and it's working. I've been playing Baldur's Gate. And I've been trying not to obsessively play video games. I've probably had it for over 2 weeks now. But I still just want to kind of play video games all day. And I've been pretty good about on weekends not working and just playing video games. Oh my gosh, the bobbin ran out again. And it didn't tell me. All the way back here. Wine's new bobbin. But yeah, I've been playing a lot of Baldur's Gate and TFT. I think maybe I told someone, because I remember talking about TFT in my last one. But maybe that was, I hadn't had the desktop yet. And I was still playing on my laptop. And I was excited to get my desktop so I could play it. Because I think TFT would be a fun chill one to play too. Where I could still like chit chat and talk, but also I can tell you what's going on in my mind. But I also feel like I could get overwhelmed. But that happens sometimes with sewing and gaming. Like, it would be okay if it happened. Nah, dude, whenever you go to Joann's, let me know, because I want the specific orange, but I don't want to get 2 yards of it. Alright, we'll do. What's the name of it? I don't have any orange currently. I did, but I just cut it, but it was just regular, like, Blizzard orange. And then sometimes I get the neon orange for Splatoon, but I haven't got that one in a while. Puffin's Bill. Anti-pill. It rhymes. Okay, perfect. I'll be on the lookout. I like that name. I love when you like, you kind of start using fabric so much that you know the name of it, and so you refer to it like this is just dark green, I think, so I call this dark green wing hat. But like, I have rifle green wing hat, which is rifle green anti-pill fleece. And then there's the yellow that I use for like squeakoids and leafeon. It's called pale banana. But then you get into colors that I'm trying to think. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm trying to think of a color that, like, I guess is kind of associated with the thing that it's named after, or like, vice versa. But I actually don't think I have one. I'm trying to think. Yeah, pale banana. I love pale banana. It's a good one. So the pink that I use in anti-pill, I think is like, is it Euro pink? And I think that's kind of like a weird, like, I'm like, is it because of European pink, or like, what is it? Why is it Euro pink? And then one of the tan colors I use is just called camel, which, I mean, I guess makes sense because it's going off of an animal that is that color. Yeah, okay, so Euro pink. Am I missing something? Do we know why it's like Euro? Is it supposed to be like Euro pink? Like European, but it's like Euro pink? They never have pale banana at Joann's. I might have to buy it online. Yeah, I think I've always buy it online, but I do buy like bulk. So if you guys ever need a whole lot, let me know, because some of them you can buy like 40 yards of fleece. And I can eventually go through, like, for this dark green, I buy 40 yards of it. But I get it for like $3.90 if I buy it, like a yard. $3.90 a yard. But some of them, especially with the anti-pill, they don't let you do that big of a bulk anymore. But with like Joann's what? It's the color of their money? That is so cool. I did you Google it? I would have never figured that out. That makes so much sense though. But yeah, if you guys ever, let me know, need a lot of one color that you use a lot, I'll see if I can get it in bulk, and then we'll see if it's actually cheaper for me to buy a big bulk, and then I don't know how I would send it to you though. That would, like, shipping alone, I feel like would be a lot for that. But I don't know. We could look it up. I was and I mean, I actually do this, but no one has taken me up on the offer yet for the Sherpa brown that I use for appa. If people want to make appas, that brown is really hard to find, so I usually just dye it myself. So if anyone ever needs like Sherpa dyed, I'm like, let me know, I'll sell it to you, you know, so that you can buy like a yard of it. But I guess that's the same. If you guys don't need, I'll ship you just 1 yard of fabric. Joann's won't ship you unless it's 2 yards. But I'll ship you a yard. I don't know pricing wise if it would be cheaper. It might be cheaper for you to just buy 2 yards and pay like on their free shipping days. I don't know. Let me know. Right? That's the hardest part, not having space to put it. This is my tiny little closet, which is tinier than I had before we moved to a house. But I could, like, what I do with my stuffing, because I buy the 20-pound boxes of stuffing, is I have it shipped to my mom's, and then I just go get it when I need it. But I don't have the fabric shipped to my mom's because I usually need the fabric when it's coming in. But maybe I can take fabric over to her house. I don't have the space for 2 yards. I have 2 Joann bags full of overflow fleece. I buy it in bulk, but I don't have... Do I need a lot of fleece? No. Do I want a lot of... Yes. Oh, I just hit my funny bone. Yeah, every time I go into Joann's, I'm like, I want to try a new color, but I don't know what I'm going to make out of it. But maybe that'll be a good, because I need to do more original characters, maybe that'll be a good practice, is like, here's the color, now make something cute. I actually had this cute idea. For some reason, all of my plushie ideas come when I'm falling asleep. And I don't have anything... Maybe I need to keep my iPad by my bed. But I kind of just have to hope that I remember when I wake up. But sometimes I'll be like... talking to Joey, like, while I'm falling asleep. I'll be like, don't let me forget, when I wake up, I'm thinking of a blue dog with a party hat. And it's kind of like got polka dot on its face or something. And then I'll have him, like, to remind me in the morning if he remembers. Look at this sad puppy. Do you see her? Look at her sad puppy. Look at her sad puppy face. Oh. Oh, she's such a sad puppy. She have to go potty? Does she have to go potty? Here comes Ridley. Guys, this is the last link hat. Last link hat. And now they all just need cord. But maybe I'll do that while I'm playing games. Bow wow dog. Doge. Yay. I love remnants. I buy up the fleece remnants at my Joann's. That way I can have a large color variety without buying a lot and get a good discount. That is good. I do hit up the discount bin in the remnants if I'm like looking for a new color, or like if I don't need a lot of something. Look at all these. Look at them. Look at them. So many. I mean, what, it was 9, but I also had sewn probably like 6. So, all right, let me let the dogs out. I'll be right back. You guys have to potty while it's not raining. We gave the dog, are you going out? No? We gave the dogs baths. Friday? Friday. Let me get some little chippies too to snack on. Ooh. Because I also want to make sure they don't, since they got a bath, sometimes they like to roll around and it's all wet and rainy outside. So. Let me make sure they aren't rolling around. We got blueberry bushes and we planted them. We're like real homeowners, guys. Blueberry bushes. I planted daffodils in the front yard. Go potty, don't stare at me. All right, that wasn't long. Ridley. We gotta get a doggy door too. That way they can just go in and out, but I want one that I can put a cover on it. That way if it's raining, they can't go out. Hi, Jeremy, welcome. Frog said BRB. Perfect. Jeremy said, hey, I was wondering what advice you might have for starting your own business. Love your work, by the way. Thank you. Let's see. Advice you might have for starting your own business. A lot of advice, honestly. I say do it. I recommend having another job, of course. I either have a full-time job or a part-time job, but also like if you're doing business where you're like doing art, I don't know specifically what you're starting, but something where you can still do your art and things on the side, but you're still going to have income coming in, I think is a very good thing to look at. That way you have money, but you also have money to put towards your business. And it's going to be hard to do, especially if you're doing a full-time job and trying to start your own business, but trying to make time for your other business. Other than that, what are you eating? Daisy. Other than that, like, definitely give it a shot if you can, financially. I like working for myself, but I can't I won't lie and say there's not times where I'm like, I don't want to work for myself anymore. It'd be easier if just like somebody else paid me and I could just do minimal work and still get paid the same. So it is a lot of work and you have to be very self-disciplined. So keep that in mind, that, you know, it helps if you have like a schedule or something you can stick to. I'm bad about doing that. But yeah, are you gonna do like conventions, like sell at conventions, or are you gonna do online sales? Or do you want to share a little bit more about what kind of business you want to do? I think social media is a big thing. It's very hard to get a following on social media, but I do think it's good to have. Like especially if you're gonna open up a store or something, so that people can look at your times, things like that. But also, if you're not opening a store, but you're selling stuff online, it's good to make people aware of like sales or when your website's going up, or just, I think it makes it more personal too. That's why I like YouTube a lot more and like doing lives, is because I can share more. I feel like you guys know a little bit more about me because I can talk about my dogs and we can have back and forth conversations. That's all good to know. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I was like, sorry to put you on the spot. LOL. Yeah, I'm an artist and was thinking of selling at cons and online. Yeah. Then I definitely think social media is good. Do it part-time first if you can. And then if you get to the point where you can make a living off of it full-time, then I say do it. I actually just put up a video about Q&A, like selling at conventions and getting into conventions, but there are several other good videos and artists to watch. Molcana does good. Sorry. Molcana has a lot of good ones. Lay Spirit Designs, like a lot of other good YouTubers that you probably already know about, have really good videos of things like that. And yeah, online, Etsy is good to start with, even though it's kind of frustrating with their fees and everything, but they do have the best results with their advertising, because like if people are looking for handmade stuff or fan art or things, Etsy is usually the first place they're going to go. So you know you have that traffic, and the fees kind of outweigh that. But if you get to the point where you can make your own website, it's always good to have that too, because in your in-person conventions, you can push your online business and your website more than your Etsy. Like for my business cards, I don't even put my Etsy on there. I have my website and all my online stuff. The only people that get driven to my Etsy are people that went on Etsy first, or like maybe Google, if they Googled like Appa plushie, maybe Google will push them to Etsy. But it's getting harder and harder to put fan art on Etsy because they're cracking down on like copyright and stuff. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions. I always want to update and do more like Q&A or videos like that, so this is good for me to look back on and be like, these are some of the questions people had. No. Okay. Thanks again so much for your insight. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you. You too. I just spilled my water. Okay, let's count how many Totoros I have cut out. And then with that, we can turn on our other camera. This little Oberdober laying down there. We can close this because Obi's not in the closet anymore. He was hiding in here because it was thunderstorming. I want to get a longer tapestry. I would like to do something different with these baskets, but I'm not sure what I want to do yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's not an outrageous amount, so we can do that. If it was about to be 10, I was like, let's break it down. But you know, I'm not sure how many I have. So there's 3. This green is a little bit different colored green than I have been using. Daisy, but get away from my chips. Thank you. I should have kept that box to put these in. So yeah, I'm trying out this different green color. I'm just not sure. If I try to sell them online, I'll have to take new product photos because the photo's a little different. Not that anyone I would mind. I think usually if I put in the description, this color might change. Usually people are understanding. Let's see. I wish I had better light. What if we move this a little bit? That might give us a little more light. But honestly, we're working what nature's given us. If I close this all the way, honestly, the camera's kind of just doing what it wants. It's gonna change it. So I keep forgetting to put my Totoro hats online. But if you guys are interested in a Totoro hat, I hope to have them up soon. And I'll put them on my website first. I actually might go ahead, if I remember tonight, to put the listing. And then even if they're not done yet, it'll just kind of be made to order. Is that like super dark? What if I just... Anything? Not really. I think when I put my hands in here, it starts to like focus on my hands, so it makes everything dark again. If you guys ever do or start doing a lot of cutting or already do like a lot of cutting like I do recommend getting a rotary cutter and a rotary mat. This is used a lot with quilting. So it's very handy if you're cutting a lot of squares, circles, like objects that don't have a lot of intricate shapes. But I have done intricate shapes with this, like for the bell bag, I cut like stars to go on the front, and I am pretty good cutting corners, so it just takes some practice. But it does make the time go by a lot faster than sitting there and trying to hand cut everything. And then when Tia was working for me, she got the idea to command strip this down, this mat, so it doesn't move. And that's also very handy so that this doesn't slide around. So it's just like the Velcro command under here. There's one there and then one here, and it just snaps And of course, these are removable, so if I still wanted to use this table for something else, you can just pull it off. Michelle said rotary cutters are a lifesaver. Yes, they are. So handy. Especially if you're cutting big pieces. Super handy. Okay, and then I also have to cut these little bitty stem pieces. But I don't think I have a pattern for that, so I kind of just wing it. So we'll just cut some different shapes. All right, and I need one more. Do you guys do anything with your scrap fleece? I've made a dog bed before, but that dog bed was so heavy. And then when we moved, I just kind of threw it away, but I kept it for a few years and it was really good to use my fleece scraps. But I don't think I would do that every time because it took, like, it doesn't take that long for me to just get more fleece scraps. And I don't really need to be making like 5 dog beds a year. That's a really good idea with the Velcro strips, right? My friend Tia thought of that. I love that. Sorry, I'm getting a little hungry, snacking. Welcome, Tia. We were just talking about you. We were talking about the command strips on the table. When she first mentioned it, I was like, I don't know if I want to do that because I don't want my table to get sticky. But honestly, it comes right off, so it was fine. I just finished talking to this guy for an interview. Nice. Did it go good? I was also going to tell you guys this is where I keep my like patterns in one of these. And I put them in like Ziploc baggies and like name them, or like name it on the front, like this is the flash. So I don't know how you guys organize your patterns. This is probably not the best way, but this is the way I've been doing it ever since I've been sewing. And this is like my second one of these because the first one I like expanded so much like it was breaking, so I had to get a new like latch. But this is what I do. It's worked so far. And then I also use these too. Like I think I had these left over from something, so I also use these. Like I don't just use Ziploc baggies. And then I just write on the front. All right, we do have to cut some more pieces. Let me see where all my gray fleece scraps are, because I know I have some. I'm just trying to remember if we put them in the like trash bag that's for scraps. I think because they're not in here. Go. Okay, let me check this. Oh yeah, here it is. This isn't garbage, this is scrap storage. I command stripped my carpet at home. Oh, I'm really thinking about doing that with the one in the living room. It was more about getting info about the company, and I pray that they will interview me again in person. Hi, May. Welcome. Oh, you're so close to 1K subs. Congrats. Thank you. I know. Last time I checked, it was 5. Like, I think we literally just got one while I was streaming. So exciting. It could be this week. We could get to 1,000 this week. So exciting. All right, so now these are the little Totoro like ear things. I guess it's his ears, right? So we're just gonna do some cutting now that I have this other camera set up. I can cut with you guys too. And then you can kind of see, I'm gonna stack them over here on top of it. For my grandfather, so he doesn't slip. That's a good idea, yeah. May said that's awesome. Thank you, May. I'm excited. I really didn't think I was gonna be able to go live today because it was storming. But as of right now, it just stopped. Don't know if it'll come back. But we're gonna at least stream till 5 Central Time. And I'm saving some of these gray scraps because I also need this little piece. Goes inside on the white. And that's like his little markings. So for Totoro, I don't do this for a lot of my hats, but for Totoro, the inside is white, the outside is gray. So that's why I like the little burritos over there. There's like white and gray. It is fun to do that because then I don't have to use as much fabric. You know, like a bolt of gray will make a lot more Totoro hats. But I also have to use half a bolt of white to get there too. So I guess it's like, yeah, saving some, but not the other. You win some, you lose some, I guess. Yeah, I need to command strip, I guess, my carpet in the living room down because the dogs like run down the hallway and they just like slide because it's hardwood and the carpet just gets all folded back, and that part of the carpet is not gonna stay down unless we make it stay. Like, it's not gonna just one day decide to stop coming up and rolling. Okay, this piece of gray, it's getting a little thin, so we're gonna just fold this over. I should have went to the bathroom when I let the dogs out to go to the bathroom, but I was not smart and didn't think that far ahead. So I might have to run to the bathroom in a second. But let's see. I'll try to finish cutting these first. Welcome back, frogs. I also don't know if you guys know, I mean, if you do other like YouTube or Twitch things, you've probably done this before, but I have the stuff turned on where you get like points for chatting. So I think it's like if you do exclamation point top. Maybe. Yeah. Or if you want to see your points, I think you can do exclamation point points. But you can like bet on stuff. Or I say bet on stuff. We can do a heist. And you can like put points for it. And you can also gamble, I think. Exclamation point, gamble, and then like you can do like 20. No, this stays for the whole time. Unless I think I decide to do a reset or something. So yeah, so for gambling, if you roll above a 50, you could double what you bet, and if you roll below a 50, you lose. Oh my gosh, May, I forgot that you you just like bet everything. And then Tia made a good point. Hold on, let me come back over here. If you want, oh, I didn't even pay attention. I just saw that you bet a huge number. If you want to use your points, because right now the only thing I have for your points that you can use it on is like sound bites. So basically you do exclamation point, one of my sounds, which most of them are in the description, but I know one of them is I think one's dog, and then there's like Whatup dog, I think. I'm trying to think. We'll just do dog. No! May lost the monies. I think it's dog. And then it'll play a sound. Maybe it's not dog. Don't even remember what my own things are. Oh, you gotta do redeem. That's what it is. Okay. So, let me get back to chat. Exclamation point, redeem, dog. And then it's like 10, I think it's 10 Duke Loot to use a sound. But it does take it out of your thing. But also, I think I need to put alert box at the top so you can see, but yeah, redeem. Oh, I know cash is one, I think, and it makes a cha-ching sound. It always gets me and makes me think my Etsy's going off. Yeah, but then you see my little lion running across the screen. Oh, he's so cute. Let me move him over. Oh, that's not. There we go. Yeah, I need to figure this stuff out for my lives. I tried Nightbot and it was a disaster. Oh no! What is Nightbot with Twitch specifically, or? I eventually want to get it where you can like save up points, and I know some people do like hydrate, where like you save up points and then you can do it and hydrate, and then I have to like drink water. Or I want to get it up where like if you get a whole lot of points, you can get a free sticker. Like you cash in and I'll send you a sticker. Okay, with that being said, I'm gonna go use the bathroom and we can do a heist. I need 1,000 stickers. So if you do heist and spell it right, because I always spell it wrong, I'm gonna do 200. And then if you guys want to join in on the heist, put exclamation heist and then how much you want to join. And I'm going to run to the bathroom. Oh, my mic's almost dead. Let me switch. But yay! We all made it out alive! And then you get double points for doing that. I was also gonna say something when I came back in here, but I forgot. Daisy was eyeing up my chips. I was gonna say I put my hair up. You can't see it right now, but that way I can cut stuff and not have it all in my face. Totoro hats, Totoro hats. Let's cut some Totoro hats. Yeah, May, I think I watched like a video on mine. And it wasn't too bad. I also saw you said something about Nightbot works for YouTube too, but I didn't know what to do with it, and it was timing out chatters. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I have a time limit currently on like chatting. I think I have maybe for the prompts, like gambling, I think one person can't spam it, but like if everybody wanted to like gamble, and I think it's only like 1 minute cooldown or something. It's not long. It's kind of getting dark outside again, guys. I'm scared. Yeah, get back up to 540 points. You got it. You can do it. I heard thunder again. Ridley heard it too. Yeah, I fired Nightbot going to look into Streamlabs sometime. Yeah, Streamlabs is what I use. I think he's called, is he Cloudbot? Is that his name? Cloudbot, Chatbot. He's pretty cool. Maybe he'll get a raise in the future. You can see Daisy's butt, but I wish you could just see her eyeing my bowl of chips. Oh. Did you see her nose? Here, I'll move them. There we go. We'll just... Mm-hmm. And then if she tries to sniff them, you'll see. To be honest, I'm going to say this and she'll probably do something like this week. She's never really taken anything. Like, one time I had a plate of cheese and crackers on there and she took that. But I mean, that was almost my fault because it wasn't in a bowl. It was like straight up just on a plate. And then the only other thing she's done is taken like a spoon inside of like mac and cheese. Like, she hit it off and then it fell on the ground and she started licking it. But I think she got whipped with that spoon, so she hasn't done that since. So, she's been pretty good. But for the most part, they never take... If we're in the room, they don't take anything. It's when we leave that they get away with it. Or think that they can get away with it. Obi one time took a whole slice of pizza. I wasn't home for it. I was at a convention, but it was on like a coffee table. So it was below his nose level because he is a tall dog. And you know, he just slooped that right up. He did not think twice, I'm sure. Ooh, what they're barking at. The mailman's not even out or anything. My poor daffodils with the wind blowing. They've all fallen over. Alright, now I'm gonna cut these little triangle things. Oh, here she comes back. Let's see. Oh no, that's Ridley. She's not even in here. Oh, she didn't. She just laid down. She'll come underneath me though, like if I'm eating popcorn, she'll follow me from the microwave and then go lay underneath my chair. She knows I'm a messy eater, okay? She knows. She knows I'm the messy one. Alright, with these little triangle things for Totoro, I need 6 for each hat. Because I think I do 3 on each side. I'm gonna look at a picture to double check that, but... Ooh. Let me look. My picture's kind of covered up, but I think I think it's 3. Also, do you guys watch Heartland at all? I don't. It's like, it's about cowboys or like people that run a ranch that love horses. My mom and my niece does. And it was my niece's birthday. And so I made her, per my mom's request, because my mom has really good ideas, but she doesn't have the things that I have to make things, like embroidery, Cricut to cut out vinyl, that kind of thing. So she wanted me to make a Heartland shirt for my niece for her birthday. So I made it day of, got my Cricut out, designed this on Canva. I don't know if you can see it. And this is glow in the dark vinyl, because that's the only vinyl I had that was white. But I thought the design was really good. I don't know what's the rules with like the little graphics that I use. Like, I think if I pay for Canva, that's free. Like, so could I potentially sell that as like a PDF? I don't know. I don't know what the rules are for that. Because I mean, I know, of course, someone designed them and put them on there. But it says Heartland Ranch underneath it. And then it's got a little horse. And then the other side is like a little cowgirl leaned up against it. I don't know if you can really tell. But I thought it turned out so cute. Oh, and then here's... I just turned 28. But this is the backwards of like... of the cake. It was a cookie dough cake. Oh my gosh. If it would stop. It's pretty good. It was like a cookie dough ice cream cake. With a graham cracker crust. And I just had it in my freezer several days later. Just eating eating a full ice cream cake by myself. I have a really bad sweet tooth, and Joey and I was actually thinking about it, but I hadn't told Joey yet. Because I think about it often, but I've never actually done it. Is I want to kind of cut out sugar, but for like a month, just to do it. And we were watching YouTube videos last night, and one of the food theory ones, that's like one of the newer ones, one of his last ones, was about cutting out sugar. And like, you know, how that process went and stuff. So I was like, oh, do I think I could do it? I mean, I think I could do it, but it's like, do I want to do it? I would want to do it just because I have a sugar addiction, I feel. And I want to do it just to kind of lessen that and not feel so dependent on it, where like I have to, after I eat dinner, I have to have a piece of chocolate. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's for that hat. It's getting windy. So I'm cutting this with the rotary cutter, and then I'm cutting the ends of it with the scissors just to make my life easier. Also, if you do get a rotary cutter, you can replace the blades. Most of them are 45 millimeter. Just don't get them from like Joann's or Michael's or anything, unless you have a coupon. That kind of goes for anything. But I got a pack of, they're not even the Fisker brand. The blades are something else. Honestly, I just searched on Amazon. I think it was like a 5-pack for like $15. Usually, that's the price of one, like, blade at Joann's. But to be honest, don't buy anything from Joann's or Michael's if you don't have a coupon, because they mark it up because they usually always have like a coupon deal going on. So they kind of expect you to use a coupon. And that's not me saying go buy everything off of Amazon. I know Amazon also is not the best for, you know, the environment. But definitely at least check out Walmart if it's something that they have there too. There's a cat in the driveway. We don't have a cat. I will say if the power goes out or I lose connection again, I probably will not start the stream back since we have been going for a good, how long? 2 hours? Not too bad. I of course would love to do longer, but earlier when the power went out, I had been live for maybe 5 minutes. And I was not ready to be done. I'm not ready to be done now either, but if it happens, I'll take the early shift off. No, I would probably still work, actually. So not only did I pay for Otakon Artist Alley table because I got in, I'm so excited. That was like $350. I also paid for 21 Pilots tickets, like pit general admission, like standing, which was for Joey and I, which was another $200 and some dollars. It's worth it, but listen, I don't have a big convention coming up right now. Like the next one is, I would say my next pretty big one will probably be Lex Pride. I hear good things about that. And I get a 10x10 booth, so I'm super excited to have that much space all to myself. But these next couple that I'm doing are like one-day events, and I don't expect them to bring more than 500 a piece, if that. Like that's, I feel like that's asking a lot. I've never done them before, so I can't put it to statistics. But that would be my feeling. That's what I'm vibing. And I think 500 is kind of asking a lot. But if I make more than that, then I won't be let down, you know? I'll be really happy. All right, there's another 6. I just realized the reason I had my phone over here was to read chat, but I closed it. Ooh. Oh, you guys can't hear it yet, but the thunder is getting louder. So just saying, guys, if you have a friend that's not following me yet on YouTube, you should let them know, because I only need 5 more. And I get a little notification if someone follows me that's not in the live. I think if you follow me while you're in the live, it'll like pop up. But I think if they follow me like not in the live, like if they just saw one of my vlogs or something and followed me, it just makes a little ding-ling-ling-ling. So if we all tell one friend, we could get to 1,000 in this live. Or if you got that burner account YouTube, make sure they're following Lying Around Sewing. I think all my other YouTube accounts are already following. That was when I was trying to get to 500, I think. I like gasp every time. I'm like a little kid. Right? 12 more. Oh my gosh. This is so dark. It's so dark. So, my mom got me a new, not a new, well, it is new, but we didn't have a bed frame when we moved here. So, she asked what I wanted for my birthday. And so, Joey and I picked out like a bed frame on Amazon. And she bought it for us. And it's really nice. I do like it. It has like 2 drawers under it. And it has like an LED light strip. I kind of wish the lights were a little brighter because it would be nice to have it turned on and... Oh, dogs. But like if, you know, if it's dark and we're watching TV and then we turn the TV off, then the light works. Like if you have the lights on and then turn it off, then it's, of course, not as bright as the lights were. But once your eyes adjust. But the one thing I don't like is, so it has places to charge your phone up top, which is nice. But all of our cords, like cable management is awful. Because there's no place to like tuck our cord underneath anywhere. And that's kind of what we need, because we got like both of our phones, and then sometimes he charges his headphones. And it's just a hot mess up there. And then we have the remote up there. We have the remote for the light up there. And I put some squishmallows up there, which don't get in the way. Like, I could move them if it got in the way, but they're fine up there for now. Just for cable management wise, I actually did the other night when I moved my hand. I like stretched it over my head and hit the headboard, which is where it is, and I pulled my phone down on my face because my hand got stuck in the cord and it just yanked my phone off the table, or off the, like, you know, back headboard. Probably should close this window. Like, I mean, it's not open, but you know, the blinds. Not that if, like, if a tornado comes, the blinds are gonna protect me. I don't know. Maybe it's just to keep out the spirits. you know, I don't know what we're gonna do for dinner because we don't really have. We usually do like HelloFresh or Blue Apron. Oh, I think the lights are flickering. So when I go to the shop, they usually grab food from town and they bring it back to me. And Joey's always so jealous, which I don't blame him. I love fast food, and I would be really sad if he got to eat fast food every day and I like only got it some days. But maybe when he gets off work today, I'll be like, "Do you wanna go get fast food somewhere and bring it home?" We'll see. If it's storming really bad and he just wants to get home, we'll find something. We got ramen. We'll survive. Who wants to guess where Obi's hiding? He doesn't like storms. He was hiding in this closet right here, but when the storm went away, he left. My guess is he's probably in the bedroom closet or in his crate. Thought that was him behind me, but it's Ridley. So I got a reminder on my Snapchat that like a year ago today, I worked at the dog shop in Delaware, and I'm so sad. I really miss it. Oh, he's not in the closet. Maybe it... Oh, he's in the bathtub. Hi, baby. Hold on, I gotta take a picture. I didn't hear him get in there, so I didn't think he was in the bathtub. Oh, poor baby. Hi, baby. Are you in the bathtub? No, really. Oh, we know when it's storming, don't we, Obi? That's the only time we get in the bathtub, huh? Alright, I'll leave you be. He's so cute. Look at him. He's in the bathtub. Stop, Ridley. Get off me. Stop, you're gonna hit the mic, Rid. Look at this picture I took of him. He's just looking up at me. He's like, Mom, help. Is it gonna show you? It's just a black blob in the bathtub. Here, Ridley, I'll take a picture of you too. Sit. I just see your long nose. Sit down. Sit. There you go. I'll show the people how cute you are. Here's Ridley. He looks like one of those dogs, like, you know, the dogs with the big heads, the plushies and stuff that used to be popular in like early 2000s. You look like an old man in this one though. Here, if you turn around, they can see you here. Look, see, they see you. They see you. They see you. They see you. It's okay. All right, you're gonna have to get down because you're on the mic. I love you too. Okay, off. Off. Oh, you smell good though. You guys smell good though, don't you? Because you got a bath. All right, now I got to I need to cut eyes and then his nose, and this I cut out of felt. So I need white felt and black felt. Usually I have a little piece of white cut. I think that's some right there. Nope, just kidding. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to cut a piece. I don't usually get felt like on like the bolt or like big pieces unless I use it a lot, which is like white and black. And then when I used to make Animal Crossing like bell bags and stuff, I used brown a lot. And then I used green for my Animal Crossing leaves. My grandma just texted me and said, so funny. She must have saw the picture of Obi. Okay, excuse me, ma'am. Thank you. Daisy has to be touching you. Usually when she's like laying down, she wants to be like laying right up on your leg. Okay, these I can cut over there. Save my feet some pain. And then also you guys can see my face again. Okay, excuse me, Red. Sorry, I know I just kicked Daisy. I just kicked Daisy off, but now I'm kicking you. Ah. There you go. Frito for your troubles. Goodbye. Goodbye now. Sorry, just dying. I went to go say something and I hadn't swallowed my water. You're fine. Daisy's just looking at me. She said, if you die, Mom, can I have your Fritos? Okay, so these are the eye parts. So I need to cut 2 for each hat, and then I also cut a little black felt circle to go in the middle. And then we sew that on. And like I could cut circles on the rotary cutter, but I definitely can't get it as clean of a circle as I can if I just hand cut it. So I usually just save myself the time and just go ahead and start with hand cutting, because even if I do like a rotary cut, I'm gonna have to clean it up with my scissors. Already halfway there. If it stops raining again, I should probably go check our shed that we've been working on, because we've got to see how our handiwork has been holding up. That's what we did all weekend. And there was one part in the roof that we didn't get to fix yet. So it is probably leaking, but hopefully not too bad. We don't have anything in there that's like super valuable yet. We want to get it fixed up so we can put the lawnmower in there. And then I would like to put some of my convention stuff, like the dolly and my grid walls. Because right now they're in our kitchen that's like a little sliding pantry. And you comfy? She's laying on the bag of stuffing and it's just plastic crinkling. Okay, bye. So yeah, I want to get it out of our sliding closet so that we can actually have room for storage in the house. All right, this is the last white felt piece. Perfect. Now I gotta cut the little black pieces. And I usually just freehand these. And then I also have to cut the little nose. Does anybody else do this when they're cutting circles? Like you cut a square and then you just cut the edges down? I learned this in like 2nd grade or 3rd grade at like an after school like art thing, and I've never done it differently. It's just, I think it's the easiest way to get like almost perfect circles. And then I just kind of try to get them close to the same size. I usually cut them a little bigger if they were a little bigger, I would cut 2 at a time. But because they are so small, it would kind of just defeat the purpose if I was trying to get like a perfect circle. Because they wouldn't stay together. Oh my gosh, I keep dropping it. I heard a bird outside. Is it done raining again? This has been the most back and forth weather today. So glad I picked today to do this. Oh, I don't know about this one. Ever since I got choked on my water, my nose is just running now. I've released the monster. Hey, my 99 cents to YouTube has been approved. What was I was gonna check. Oh, I don't remember now. Oh, I was just checking to make sure it's not lagging. Okay, there's 2. Move them over a little bit more so you guys can see them. They look like Cookie Monster eyeballs or something. Three. So I just got a message about them planning my 10-year high school reunion. I'm like, oh my gosh. That's crazy. Been out of high school for 10 years. Which means I've been out of college for 5. Which doesn't seem right. Over 5. This doesn't seem right. But does like 2020 feel like that was like literally just last year? But also that it lasted like 5 years? Because that's how I feel. Right? I feel like everyone's sense of time is irreparably warped. It's definitely not 2024 right now. No, it does not feel like it should be. My sister got married in 2020 before everything shut down. And like when I go to wish her happy anniversary, I'm like it's easier to remember, you know, hey, this is your 4th wedding anniversary. But it does not feel like that number should be right. Something's wrong. They just all sped up time and decided that we're gonna speed through these couple of years, and yet it's only been like a year and a half. And yet I forget that Joey and I were like, we've been together for 3 years, but it feels like it should be longer than that. But then again, we didn't spend 2020 together, which we didn't, but it feels like we should have. I don't know. It's weird. Like we all experienced that together in some way, even though we weren't together and we didn't know each other. Alright, I'm almost done with these eyes. Then I have to cut the nose, but then I can start sewing. Alright. So that's 6 set of eyes. I have a cousin who was born in 2000. I feel like she should be in middle school. Not a middle school teacher? What? That's crazy. Yeah. I think I have a cousin that was born in like 2001. And I forget that she's like graduated. Like, and she's in her like 2nd year of college or something. Like, crazy. Did I tell you guys in the last stream that I almost got a speeding ticket? Like, I got pulled over. I'm blaming it on the boba and turning in my taxes. I think I was so excited that I blame it on that. I didn't tell the officer that, but I should have. But I was going 10 over, like plus 10 over. And I saw him like whip it around, and I was like, oh no. But I wasn't looking at my speed. Like, that's my own fault. I was just high on life. And he brought me back down to earth. I work with college students, so when I see some of these birth years, 2004, 2005, I have to take a minute. No, that's, you know, it's kind of the thing where like people that they post on Facebook where it's like 1970 was not 30 years ago. Or whatever. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? It's like, no, that's... It's only 2000. Or like when they're like, we're closer to... What's the example? Whether you're closer to here, to this, than you are to like... Oh, I can't think of the example that they give. And it's just crazy to think in that perspective. Okay, this should go a little faster because I can cut double, so I only need to cut it like one more time. And then we're done with cutting. But then it's also crazy when you look at the people that are... Because... So when I was in 4th grade, I did like theater. And we were gonna like put on a play, you know? And the high schoolers would come, and I think it was some kind of like extra credit activity. They would come to the middle school. It was 4th and 5th grade. So they didn't call it middle school. We called it a intermediate school, I think. Something like that. They came down, and I remember when they would come, and I'm like, oh my gosh, these people are so, like, they're so grown. They are adults, even though they were high school. Like, they were not adults. But in my mind, they were adults. They were old. They looked like they could be parents. They were so tall and, like, super mature. And then I remember getting to high school and, like, being the same age as those people and thinking, like, they were not mature. There's no way they were mature. They definitely weren't adults. Like, I doubt that any of them were even 18 yet. They could have been, but still. And then now, when I was in that grade, you know, I was like, all the people in my grade, like, we look so young. We look like children. We're like, none of us are giants. Maybe a few of us are really tall. Definitely wasn't me. But now that I'm out and I like went to college and I'm out of college and I look at high schoolers now and I'm like, these people look like adults. Some of them. I mean, a lot of them. And I think part of that is with like makeup too, but also like society. And they look like they could be parents. They look like they're adults. Like they could pass. Like I understand why they ID everyone now, because goodness gracious. Everybody looks like they're 30. But not in a bad way. Like a good 30. Okay, let's see. Do I want to sew these leaves? Or... Okay, we'll sew the black on the eyes before I lose them. I gotta keep an eye on the time. So I don't forget. I get called ma'am a lot at work, and I'm like, these kids see me as an authority figure, question mark. I feel like I'm not old enough for them to think I'm a real grown person. Yeah, I forget that too, and then like there's people my age that have kids and have had kids for, I mean, some of them have had kids for 10, 11 years. And I'm like, ooh, I am a grown person. I am the authority figure that some people come to. But I did substitute teach in my old high school for a little while before COVID. And I'm sure, I mean, I definitely got mistaken as a high schooler a couple times. Like, if I didn't have my, like, badge, they would have thought that I was the substitute. I think I vaguely remember going into a class and them being like, you know, I think it was like a helper that came in to set up the projector or something, and they're like, you need to sit down and let the teacher, like, don't be behind the teacher's desk. And I'm like, I'm the sub. Like, I don't know if I dreamed that or, but I definitely feel like that happened. I'm late and I heard you mention Lee Spirits, FYI. I've been meaning to ask you for a long time already if you two are related. You remind me of her, and vice versa. I guess it's in the way you talk. Oh, that's so sweet. No, we're not related that I know of. Like, I'll check my 23andMe, but oh, I love that's like one of the best compliments that you could give me. I appreciate that. Made by Chinky? Is that correct? Chinky? Yeah, no, I love Lay Spirit Designs. But no, we've actually never, like, met in person or anything either. I hope one day we can, and I comment on her videos, but I'm not sure if she knows who I am. But I would love to be friends. She is one of the artists that I really look up to. Her and Bailey J. They were the first ones that I started watching their vlogs and, like, YouTube, and, like, really, really inspire me. One of my friends and her husband both get mistaken for high schoolers, maybe younger, because they're both short and young looking. That's me and my husband. Okay, my husband is like 5 foot, okay? I think I'm maybe 5'1". And he has a beard though. Like, if he doesn't trim it, it is like, you know, a good 4-inch beard. So usually people are like, you're not a child. But if he, like, shaved his beard and we walked through a high school, we'd probably be fine. I doubt anyone would say anything. It's funny because when it was like last week, I went to eat Mexican, and we live in, like, a small town, so usually they don't, like, ID, especially because you go in there so much and they know you. But I think we had a new waiter this time, and it was an older man too, so I completely understand. I wasn't offended that he wanted to ID me. I just didn't have my ID because I'm getting I was changing my name and my address, and I was getting one of the real IDs, like with the star, so I had to wait a couple more weeks to get it in the mail. And they gave me a paper copy with my old license, but it was in my car, in my purse, and we were driving my husband's car. So I, like, ordered, not thinking about not having that on me, and he's like, I need to see your ID. And I was like, oh, I don't have it, but that's okay. You know, I don't need to drink. Don't worry about it. And so Joey ordered instead, like, for himself. I was like, Joey, go ahead and get one. Like, it's fine. I don't need one. And so then the guy is like, when's your birthday? Because Joey gets his ID out, and he's like, I'm the youngest out of, it was like us and Tia. He's like, I'm the youngest out of us three, if, you know, that makes you feel any better. Like, and he's like, when's your birthday? And I'm like, March 14th, 1996. And he's like, he just looks at me. Because before he was like, I really need to see your ID. And I'm like, that's okay. I like, don't worry about it. I don't have it. I was like, I'm waiting for it in the mail. It's fine. So then he's like, okay. So he let me get a drink, and he comes back with the drinks. And then, like, when we go to order food, she had tried my drink, and she was like, oh, that's good, I'm gonna get me one. And so then she orders, and she offered her ID to him before, and be like, you can check my ID too, we're all like, you know, she just turned 28, we're all, you know, of age by several years. And so she didn't even get her ID out this time, and he's like, I need to see your ID. And she's like, okay, and like gets it, and she just holds it out like this, and he's like trying to see it, and so finally he like takes it and like looks at it closer and then gives it back. But he never looked at Joey's ID. I'm like, if I had a beard, I wouldn't get questioned. I didn't have makeup on that day too, so I was like, that's because I didn't wear makeup. I look like a baby. Yeah, he has facial hair too, and they wear wedding rings, but I guess you could be married at 18. Yeah, that's the other thing. I was gonna be like, we're married, if that changes anything. I will say one time, like, I think bartenders get pretty good, because, like, of course they want to sell you drinks if you're of age, because you get better tips. Like, especially at a bar, or like not a bar, but like this was on vacation, so it was a pool bar, but they had other stuff than alcohol, and I didn't have my ID because I didn't even have my phone, because we were at a pool. So I didn't think anything about it, and I go up there like with my mom, and I'm like, can I get blah blah blah? And he's like, do you have your ID? And I'm like, nope, we're at a pool, I didn't even think to bring it. I'm like, it's fine, don't worry about it. And he's like, when's your birthday? Like, that kind of thing. And I have like a bad habit of like fiddling with my ring, and I used to wear my class ring, and it was like my graduating high school class ring. And he's like, is that a class ring? I'm like, yeah. He's like, high school? I'm like, yeah. He's like, what year did you graduate? I'm like, 2014. He's like, okay. I was like, that's a pretty smart, like, a pretty good smart way to be like, year of age. Now, could I have gotten anybody's class ring? Yeah, probably, but I'd have to have like a really high what is that called? Intelligence score? IQ? I would have to have a really IQ to think that far ahead. Be like, I'm gonna wear this class ring, and I'm gonna just pretend like I forgot my ID. But this Mexican restaurant, you can get margarita, a small one, for like $3.50. That's not a bad deal. I've yet to drink enough there to like make me feel anything though, but I usually get one drink, like either one small or one medium. But maybe next time we need to go up to a large. We'll see. Right? We have to have a lot of foresight. Yeah, I need I've been playing a lot of D&D. So like I need a really high insight to be able to do that. Or wisdom would be +4. I really like the like vacation places where they give you, or like I think Halloween Horror Nights does it. You get a special bracelet if you're 21. That way you don't have to like get your ID out every single time. I really like places like that. I went to my first all-inclusive since I've been of age to drink. And I don't even feel like I drink that much. Which I'm not a big drinker anyways, but it would be nice to get what I paid for, the all-inclusive. And I did. Like, listen, I ate all the food. I love food. And it was still nice to be able to drink and swim, which I think is the fun part about all-inclusive. And not even swimming, you know, just sun bathing and standing in the water, chit-chatting. But we did a Disney cruise for our wedding, and that wasn't all inclusive, of course. Like, food was included, but alcohol wasn't. But that is a way to go. I want to do a 7-day because we did a 3-day, and it felt like it was over way too fast. Lots of fun, though. I do recommend. Destination wedding, I think, is always worth it. And you just tell people if they want to come, they can come. If they don't or can't, no, you know, no hard feelings. That's a big, you know, that's money right there, but they would love to have you. I think the rule here, at least in Florida, is you have to card someone if they look under 40. So I'm glad I still get carded in that respect. Yeah, that's very true. Best part of my husband and I doing our Disney cruise was drinking in the adult pool. Yeah, I didn't get to do that, which we did the Disney Wish. I don't know what Disney cruise you did, but we did the Wish, and there is some negative, like, people that review it really don't like the adult section on that boat because it's so small and it's kind of like out of the way by the smoking section, I think. I had nothing to compare it to, but I didn't get to go to it on the Wish because we had too much other stuff to explore. And the day that the rest of our family was at the adult pool was like the very first day, and we had to meet with our cruise, our wedding coordinator. So that was the like day that everyone was at the adult pool, and then they got sunburnt and some of them got sick. Don't know if it was seasickness or what, but so we didn't go to the adult pool. But I love the trivia and all that kind of stuff. Lots of fun. I hear really good things about the fantasy, and I really want to do that one. And of course, do like a longer one. I don't know if these eyeballs were supposed to be this small, but it's okay. I think I might have went a little bit smaller than I was supposed to. We did the Disney Dream and would recommend either Dream or Fantasy. We did the 7-day and when it was worth it. Okay, good. The only reason we did the Wish was because of the atrium. It is so beautiful. And I was like, it's our wedding. and I'm gonna be walking down the aisle, and I only plan to do it once. And this is what I would love to picture myself walking down, which is the big staircase to the atrium, and it's like this beautiful chandelier and beautiful blue carpet. So I was like, I want to do the Wish. And I thought it is cool to say, like, I was one of the people, like, I think it's like maybe second year sailing. It might have still been in its first year. I'm not sure. I'd have to check the date. But just being some of the... Now, I don't know how many people were married on there before me in the atrium, but it can't be a lot. So I just thought that was cool to be able to choose the atrium. And everyone... We docked at the Bahamas, and that was the day we were getting married. So they close off the atrium. But by close off, they just put ropes around the area, and nobody can walk down like that staircase at the time. But because it was storming when we went to the Bahamas, not a lot of people got off the boat, really. So there was more people in the atrium watching me walk down the aisle. Heck yeah, the Wish Def has a pretty atrium, especially for a wedding. Oh, it was beautiful. I love it. I just got goosebumps thinking about it again. Like, I mean, of course it was more expensive. Would I go on it again? Probably, but not anytime soon. I want to try all the other ones, honestly, before I go on the Wish again. Because I do think in terms of people that have done Disney cruises, like that's what they do for their vacation, is they go on a Disney cruise every year. The Wish is like really low on the list because just price-wise, it's just not there for what all you get when you can get a 7-day on the Fantasy for the same price, and the layout of the Fantasy is like 10 times better. So yeah, I definitely want to do the Dream or the Fantasy. Like you said, that's your favorites. And I honestly think cruises are going to be our go-to vacation, because my family really liked it. My stepdad was against cruising, like, because I think he'd been on 1 or 2. But we had never done a Disney cruise. Only my husband's aunt and uncle had done a Disney cruise, and they're the ones that were like, you guys should look into a Disney cruise. Like, you know, it was pretty cheap for what all you get, like base price. Like for Disney, you would think like, oh my gosh, that had to be outrageously expensive. And yeah, you probably could have done it somewhere cheaper. Like, of course, if you have it in a barn and like have your own caterer or something, like that's gonna be cheaper. But in Disney terms of cheap, it was pretty cheap. I think it was at least under 10,000. But that of course wasn't for everybody's room. That was just our room. And we did upgrade to have a balcony. But I feel like that's like, if you wanted to do, honestly, a destination wedding anywhere, that's probably the price that you're looking at. You might can get it a little cheaper and be able to stay longer, but it's probably going to be more of Mexico, Jamaica. Let's see how I usually do this. I think I sew it all the way up. And then I put the stem in afterwards? I think I leave a hole for the stem. Let's do that. I like changed my wedding song, like my walk down song, like a day before. So I was gonna walk down to Frozen, the like beginning, I think that's kind of like na 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 hey na 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 hey ah. Because I think that that's so pretty, and I just love like the feeling that it, the angelic sounding. But then we watched the One Piece live action not long before, like probably the week before. And I was like, I just love this song. At the end, it's like at the end when I tell people, they're like, I don't remember that song. I'll have to listen again. So I guess it was just me that it really stood out for. But at the end for Nami's song, basically when she's like thinking about her mom, there's that song that's kind of the same feeling, like angelic. It's got the Aurora, I think is the singer's name, that also did one of the Frozen songs, like from Frozen 2. The song's called My Sails Are Set. But I was just like listening to it nonstop and really debating. Like, I wasn't a One Piece fan. Like, I haven't even seen the anime, but for the live action, like, I love it. I actually recently started it again. And now I am glad that I changed that song, because I was like, so meaningful. And I thought it was fitting too that we were on a cruise ship on a boat, and it's called My Sails Are Set. I love it. There's also something about the Disney magic of the cruise. The staff was super nice and friendly and never had a bad interaction. Yeah, that's something that you can always rely on with Disney. Like, they definitely want you to know it's a Disney cruise. And my husband Joey, he really liked it too. That was his very first cruise, so we were kind of wondering how it was going to be. I went on one when I was younger, but it was like Carnival, so I also didn't know, like, I didn't remember a lot. But he says he doesn't know if he would do another cruise unless it was Disney. But I'm like, I mean, I'm not saying we gotta do Carnival, but like Royal Caribbean, they have some really good ones that are more like for adrenaline junkies. Like, they got ones with like big slides and all that stuff, and I would really like to do that. Because we didn't get off the boat, or just kidding, we got off at Castaway, which is their like private island. But I don't know what I would do if I was on the boat for like 7 days. Especially if I'd done that one before. So I'd seen the shows, because like for 4 days we were packing it in. We were trying to do everything we can. Watching every show. I loved that they had a movie theater. That was so cool. We watched a movie every night. I kind of wish I got a popcorn bucket or brought a popcorn bucket, because I would have eaten popcorn every night. We actually watched the new Haunted Mansion movie twice. We hadn't seen it. And the first time we watched it, I kind of fell asleep for the end. And then the second time, Bethany hadn't seen it yet, so we went and watched it again with her, and I got to watch the ending this time. And then we kind of watched a little bit of The Little Mermaid, but we didn't finish it because we were waiting for, I think we were actually waiting for the Haunted Mansion one to start. So I love that, because those were movies that we hadn't even got to see yet, that I think had just came on Disney Plus or something. And so if you cancel your Disney Plus and need to get caught up, It's perfect. All right, so I sewed the leaf together and then I sewed the little stem. And now I'm just gonna do a line down the center just to give it more of a leaf look. And that's how we make his little leaf head for Totoro. But I would definitely do another Disney cruise. But I would also do like a Royal Caribbean one. I did really love their private island. I thought it was very clean and there was like lots to do. Love their scuba diving thing. Or it's not scuba diving, but snorkeling where you can see the things under the water. That was so cool. And if I was a little kid, that's what I always wanted to do when I went to like Mexico and stuff. I would always try to find something or pretend that I found something, like buried treasure. This is what the little stem looks like closer up. Something like that. So I have like that one's a little longer. This one's a little shorter. But with this one, I'm not too picky. Because honestly, it doesn't get seen a whole lot. It's between his like ears and it's in the back. Or it's like facing the back. So I'm just sewing these up. I got fake nails for my birthday. Or like, you know, I got acrylic gel nails put on for my birthday. My mom paid for them. And I just really like how they look, especially if I'm doing like tutorials or reels. But I just forget how hard it is to pick things up. And these aren't even that long. Like, it's almost where my regular nail goes, but I just can't pick anything up. And they're growing out really fast too, which is good. I guess my nails are growing good. But I want to hurry up and film this bell bag tutorial so that I can get it done before they start falling off. Which actually, now that I'm thinking of it, I should probably try to end the stream before 5 so I can go ahead and do that. So I'll say I'll finish. Let's see. It's 3:21. We've done 3 hours and 21. And it's 3:38. So also these last little bits up. And then we'll call it. That's good. Didn't even think about that. That's what I was working on before I started the live. And I thought I was going to be able to get it done before the live. But that was not the case. I got the pieces cut out and I got the star sewn on for the bell bag, but I didn't get like any further. So if you guys are interested on learning how to, I'm also worried my mic might die soon, so that's also why I'm gonna end it. But if you guys are interested in learning how to make an Animal Crossing bell bag, check out the vlog this Friday. It'll be a tutorial. And you are welcome. It's going to be a free pattern, full tutorial on how to sew on the machine. You could do it as hand sewing too if you wanted. And you are free to sell the plushies that you make. Just don't sell the pattern, of course. But if you need, if you need some bell bags for your Animal Crossing cosplay, or if you've always wanted to sell bell bags at conventions, you can use this pattern. Just make sure to give me credit if you can. If you get asked, oh, where'd you get that pattern? Tell them about me. All right, but I'm gonna go ahead and flip these, but I'm also gonna close it out. Let's see. Reminders. I go live every Tuesday, so I'll see you guys next Tuesday. These are my next conventions. OmniCon, April 20th in Tennessee. It's on Tennessee Tech campus. Danville Comic-Con is in Danville, Kentucky. It's a one-day on May 4th, so Star Wars Day and Free Comic Book Day. And I hope to be handing out free comic books for my little axolotl guys. It'll be kind of like a comic book coloring book. And then Smoky Mountain Anime is in like Smoky Mountain, like Gatlinburg, Sevierville, that area. That is a 2-day, I believe it is Friday, Saturday. So definitely check it out. I will also be at Lex Pride, which is in Lexington, and it's a Pride event. And then I did get into Otakon in Washington, D.C. in August. So that's not all the conventions for this year, but those are some ones coming up, but also like big names like Otakon that I just found out about last night. Super exciting. If you guys are interested in my Patreon, this month for April is going to be like Link Kirby or Sword Kirby. So you'll get a pink Kirby with a little Link hat on it and a sword. And you also get a sticker with that, and that's for $20 a month for that tier. Other than that, I'm almost to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, guys. On YouTube. Let's see. I think I haven't heard anything else come in, so I'm gonna assume it's still 995. Oh, did somebody unsubscribe? Guys. It looks like someone unsubscribed. Anyways, somewhere around there. So hopefully it'd be really nice by the end of this week, but definitely by the end of April. I feel like we have to, right? Boo, right? So yeah, we're almost to 1,000 subscribers, and then I get the monetized for ads, and I can start putting more money into these live streams and into my YouTube, because I can actually show that it is profiting, so I can put money into it since it's making money now. At least that's how I think about it logically. Like, I can get epidemic sounds and you don't have to hear the same playlist off of YouTube with ads. And I can maybe get where I can do streaming on Twitch and YouTube. We'll see. Are you gonna do a 1K giveaway? I want to, but the rules for like giveaways on YouTube are really weird. I'll have to look into it. Maybe I can do like a giveaway on my live and just like let you guys know, and then everyone can like comment in the live and we'll do something like that. But I'll see. I'll look up the rules because I know there's like special things you have to do if you do a giveaway. If anything, I will do a giveaway somewhere. Maybe it'll be on like Instagram, but you have to comment on a YouTube video or something so that you know. But if you guys have any ideas on Instagram, yeah, any ideas on how I should do that, let me know. Did someone subscribe? Let's see, how do I... Okay, we're back to $9.95. Thank you. If that was one of your guys' spam accounts, I appreciate it. But I'm gonna say bye. I'm gonna finish up the bell bag tutorial, so be on the lookout for that for Friday. And then I will probably do a fossil tutorial. I want to eventually do bell bag, fossil, pitfall seed, and leaf, so that if you guys want to make all those pieces, they were really good sellers when I first started doing conventions. So, and I mean, they're still decent sellers, but it usually only pops off when a new Animal Crossing game comes out. So, check out new vlog this Friday, and I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye bye.